Okay. If anybody remembers yesterday, 7-11-24, the gigantic 2+% drop in the NASDAQ, that giant 608-point candle engulfing previous days and wiping out a whole lot, did indeed bounce off this pivot uh, and swept the liquidity here from the overnight session, right? The next day, I mean, today, which is the day that I want to talk about a trade that I took and how I scaled in with micros and it worked out. And I need to start doing this more, planning that much better. It's just going up. There goes my alarm for that. But yeah, and so these kind of days are so intimidating that we had yesterday that it's so easy to think that the market is still going to just keep going down, And what it did is I busted an account. I went belly up, daily loss limits on yesterday. Bad day, bad heart, hurtful, uh, mistake day. Okay, today I was honestly waiting for this down here, and I was waiting for that level to hold. And then the reason why I was waiting for that level to hold is because of what the daily chart looks like. I mean, this looks nice and strong right here, and that's where it bounced. But to catch that on the micro levels, what did that look like? The overnight session. Here's what, I just got in because I was so confident in that. Now, um, today's one of the best days I've ever had in terms of getting it right, having a trade plan, sticking to, my goal and just holding as long as I possibly could. So I'm very, very glad. I do need to make a video about this because with all the bad stuff, I'm blowing up accounts. I need to catch when I'm getting it right because I need to trade more like this. And the overnight session it didn't go under the previous day's low yet until the next morning, which is today, and it had some news, and it did finally quickly pintail down and come right back up. That was the sign I was looking for. Okay, but I was already in. Like I said, I was already in the trade overnight. Okay, so what we have here, let's see. Take a look at the overnight trade. This is just, here's what see the day. You see, it swept the liquidity, and it's just going up strongly. Okay. Let's take a look at the hourly chart because I want to see the hourly chart. You see how this stair-stepping level here is just an area of consolidation, really. So you would expect in that area, a little 100-point, hiccup, a 100-point pause, a 100-point reaction, just to continue up through that. So when you see areas like this, when I see areas like this, I think take profits or wait for a pullback. Take profits if you're long, which is what I did. And we took profits all the way up, and you can see where I got in over here. And this is yesterday, right there, that blue triangle. This is today in the morning, and I had one micro here, and I was just planning on, another daily loss limit because I believed so much that if it sweeps yesterday's pivots and on the daily chart, that ledge and bounce off of old resistance further down, that this was probably going to go up today. That just makes sense. And so what we have is that's where I got in, and I just held as long as I could. I guess I added two. I added another one somewhere, which is really good for me try to hold two. I don't know why I got, and I went as high as like 4 and 3 in 2 different accounts. So you see, I just kept getting out. I got out way up here now. From way down here, we were getting out here and higher and higher. I'd get back in and ride a little higher, and just kept watching this bull move, right? So got in, got out right here, got out right here, got back in right here, and that's a brand new trade, and rode that up to here where I closed it, right? And then here had a couple of, here was the last trade I got in. I said, I'm just going to hold it for the day. But that's where the hiccup happened. And I knew I was getting into that area. So I only got in one. I said, now's my chance. Let this thing pull back. Study the structure closely. Calculate how many you can have and how negative that'll draw you down. and build a position at a support level and hold it. Just hold. You got to start holding your winners. I would not be red right now if I held my winners. I believe that. But why did I pick the areas that I did? Okay. Well, I'll show you on this chart down here in the 5,000 tick chart. I entered that position right here. And then as it pulled down to this level here, I added one, right? And as it came down to this level here, I added another one, right? And on one of them, I added one more on the way as it was going back up. So on one of them, I had 4 micros, right? So we sold when it popped up, and that was good. On the other one, I had 2 micros. I thought the copy paste was working. I should have had, the same amount, but we ended up building our average price on both. And when price popped up, we had a good trade. Now, I was willing to add down here. I wanted to get long 6 micros. And I said, if that doesn't work, then I will take this loss, because today is the day for a strong bullish absorption candle from yesterday. Okay, plus we're in a daily extremely bullish market, bouncing off incredible support. You got to try to hold this long. And I failed to do it as long as I possibly could have. But I did it longer than I normally do. Okay, so the plan was, if it doesn't hold here, then it's probably not going to hold. And whatever my daily DLL is, if it does not eventually bounce after all my calculations, then my DLL will get hit. My daily loss limit deserves to get hit. And I was very comfortable and okay with that. I said, this is too good of a trade to not take some risk. Instead of nickel diming 1 micro at a time for 15 bucks, literally dig my heels in and try to hold for, hundreds of dollars. Okay. So let's take a look at, it's moving again up. All-time highs again. It keeps pushing all-time high. Well, not all-time highs, but it keeps pushing daily highs. What did I do on my accounts? Let's hide the numbers so I can show you guys. Okay, let's take a look at that. What did we have? And, after having maximum drawdowns yesterday, this is nothing. I mean, this is nothing. But this kind of trading is what's going to continue to build the accounts. I got 6 accounts left that I hope to pass out of 20, because I blew the rest, and the others will renew. So right now I have this many accounts that I have not blown yet, that have never blown. All the other ones have blown and are going to renew. Okay, and I'm keeping a record of all my losses and how much I lose on all these blown accounts, because, if you blow an account right off the bat, it's $2,500 against you. But if you make $2,000 in it and then blow it, it's only $500 against you, because you started with $50,000, and you can blow your account at $49,500 because it's a trailing stop loss in that thing that follows you up. So, if I blow these accounts at $49.49, each one of these is $1,000 drawdown against me, not the full $2,500 threshold that you start with. So that's something I'm interested in keeping track of, to see, if I can make all those losses back. I'm curious to see, because I think if you're going to be professional, you should be able to make back all those losses, whatever you're losing. I mean, I guess you can also lose so much in the if you're with Top Step Combines, or with Apex, those accounts just keep blowing and blowing and blowing until, it's so high that you'll never make it back. But, if you trade realistically and have a system that should be repeatable and reliable, you should be able to eventually make back everything that you lost in the practice accounts, I would imagine. But I'm not sure. I'm down 11 grand right now. See if I can make that back at some point in the future. But right now we have 6 accounts left, and so a good 10 of them are going to be renewing soon. So 8 of them. I have 14 altogether, 14 accounts. I had started with 20, and 6 of them are gone. I just said, that's too many. Let me cut back. Now I have 14, keeping 14. With the 6 that have not blown, that are approaching passing, and I hope that I can past those and not blow those. Well, I'll let you know in the next video. Take care, everybody. Peace.